man, well, my mom's making me sit up top here, so I guess I'll just say it. Thanks for watching the Lapidary channel. Feel free to visit our website, the link in the description below. And if you buy some rocks, maybe I'll get a couple new bones. So, I thank you. And I don't know, I'm just a little camera shot. So, my name's Camera, and over there my little sister Faithy. So, we'll see you on the next one. Bye!
Well, good evening, guys. Alright, so tonight, what I'm going to talk to you guys about is simply a way to literally save yourself hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on cutting oil. The old methods that I've heard of, a lot of people actually, when they do their oil changes, they take their oil and they throw it out. Or a lot of people, at least used to, the old timers would filter it through like paper shopping bags, which is just a total mess and it's totally unnecessary. This is an easy way that I've been doing it for years. It works. And so here we go. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is obviously you got a dirty, nasty saw. It's got tons of gook in the bottom of it. Now what I did with this is I let this sit for a couple days, mainly because it blew a motor. That's actually why I'm doing an oil change. I just figure what the heck. I got to do electrical work to it anyways. But if you let your saw sit idle, like say you're not going to cut for a few days, let it sit for 3-4 days so all that stuff settles to the bottom. It makes it a lot easier. Number one, but firstly, before we get into that, in between oil changes, what we'll do is, if you notice that little spatula down there and that pan of goop, is we'll take those spatulas and we go in and scrape all the goop off the bottom of it, and we'll put it into pans. And then once we fill those pans up, we actually put it in that bin there. And we don't throw it away, we just leave it in there. But when it comes time for an oil change, you're going to do that same thing. Start by taking all the goop out of the bottom of it. If you can drain some of the clear oil off the top first, which is what I did, obviously that's going to be better, because once you start pulling the goop out of the bottom, the sediments are going to get all stirred up. So after you get a decent amount off, go in and clean all the goop out with a putty knife. Put it in a bin, put it in a bucket of its own, and then take your oil and slowly take it out, put it in the buckets. And take these buckets in and let these buckets just sit somewhere undisturbed for like a good month, give or take a few weeks or a month. And once they sit for a while, all that heavy rock dust, like that brown that you see there in the oil, all it is rock dust in there. So eventually that'll all sink to the bottom on its own. If you look here, these are from 2 other little saws. If you see all that clear oil in the top, it's crystal clear, and you can see the goop at the bottom of it. Or over here on this jug, you see that little black line on the bottom. So what that was oil that was all stirred up, had all kinds of sediments in it, rock dust. It was used oil, and we just let it sit there undisturbed. Well, not here, but we let it sit under a bench, undisturbed for, probably, close to a month. And all this heavy settled to the bottom. And if you look up top, you got pretty much like crystal clear oil. It's got a little yellow tint to it. But it's, very, very reusable. And that's it, guys. So if your saw, we'll say hypothetically your saw takes 10 gallons of oil. I would purchase 20 gallons of oil. So when you have your first set in there of oil and it's run that needs to be changed, take out all the old oil, put it in the buckets. Just put it over in the corner somewhere, let it sit. And then put your new oil in and just kind of rotate them. What you do, once these settle to the bottom, or once all the heavies like this settle to the bottom, what we'll do is we'll take a clean bucket, which is what I'm getting ready to do here, and we'll just simply pour off the the clean oil, and those heavies will really, they stick to the bottom. So we'll keep pouring them off just until we start seeing some of the goop starting to come out of them, and then we stop. And then all the patties, all the real heavy gooky stuff, even the stuff from the knees that we store into this bin, we'll leave these bins sit for quite a while, however long you want. Longer the better. And all that heavy stuff will settle to the bottom in here, and you'll actually still be able to recover a lot of that oil off the top. So if your saw takes 10 gallons of oil by 20 gallons of oil, and you're set literally for years. Don't go throwing your oil out, guys, or or trying to filter it through paper bags. That's just a total mess trying to do that, and you're just going to create more of a mess. This is an easy way. It's quick. So I hope it helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, comment below, or you can always contact us at hilmersfindminerals.com. Link is in the description below. And I thank you guys for watching the Lapidary channel. You have a great night. Take care, guys.